My intention in posting these memories is to let anyone whose experiences are similar to or even differ from mine know that they have power, strength, and a voice of their very own, and they are not alone. I did not always have a voice. In fact, through my childhood, my own feelings and experiences were disregarded and challenged by the very person who I thought would understand me more than anyone else in my life. But I have one now, and I am using it. So many children and adults come from families where their mothers or fathers were harmed by their own parents and fail to do the work necessary to ensure that they did not pass that harm on to the next generation. This is not a secret. These experiences are being shared all over the internet and the world, as we can see by examples such as Jill's. But too many are being suppressed by people who may have good intentions, yet are ultimately causing more harm than healing, inadvertently continuing the cycle of suppression. As someone who was once one of those children, I am not asking you for money. I am not asking you to volunteer to a cause. I am not even asking you to share my story. I am simply asking you to listen. If you truly want to protect children, then pay attention to those who are crying out in pain or whispering in fear, and the actions you can take to ensure their well-being will follow. I am fully aware that this is not a black and white issue, and it is not something that will be eradicated overnight or even over decades. But I do not think that publishing sensational stories, radicalizing viewers, and using someone else's vulnerability for personal gain does any good for victims and survivors of abuse, and neither does supporting people who are doing those things. Do you want to know what I wanted more than anything else when I was growing up? I wanted someone to say, "I hear you." Yes, I wanted to be protected, and I wanted to be loved. But above all, I just wanted to be heard. And I can promise you, I am not the only one with that desire. I am lucky enough to now be surrounded by people who do hear me. And now it is my responsibility, as I become more and more aware of the suffering of others, to hear them above all of the noise. Too many are not heard. Too many are being swallowed up in a sea of drowning voices, and the less we listen to them, the higher that sea will rise.